And it is right now 20 minutes after the hour 1 o'clock. And I did say that round about this time, we are going to be getting into our first conversation of the day. And I did say that with us in studio is Clive Garrod, who is the owner of Roydon Reserve. And today we're going to be, because it is Tourism Month, we're going to be having this conversation as a way to explore some of the local areas that we can be able to go to and make use of within Tourism Month. Clive, let me greet you. How are you?
Yes, good afternoon, Thandi. Thanks very much for this opportunity. And to all the listeners, welcome.
All right. Clive, we appreciate that you came through and you're going to be having this conversation with us. I'm going to give you an opportunity to start by telling us a little bit about yourself and then move on to the business itself, like Roydon.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yes, I originate from the Western Cape. I qualified in the hotel industry. I did the hotel school up in Johannesburg. I've been involved in property for probably about 26 years, real estate development and obviously sales. Just getting back to the hospitality side of things, I'm a qualified chef.
Okay.
It's just one of the big passions of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you start cooking from a young age? Like, did you know from when you were young that you'd get into it, or did it find you on the way?
No, I knew there was probably a little something. I used to cook a lot with my mom many years ago. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Now, let's talk about Roydon. When did you come on board? Because I know you have just taken over. I don't know how long the just is. So tell us about that and how you saw the opportunity and why you decided, to go for it and buy it.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned to you, I've been involved in
the
real estate
space.
side of things.
Sure.
And Roydon for a couple of years had been on the market. I'd driven up from Stellenbosch with a couple of my clients looking at game farms in the Eastern Cape. And somehow I just fell in love with the area. I fell in love with the people. And I decided, after chatting to the previous owner, Jonathan Pepler, that we should try and strike a deal. And the rest is history. I've been there for 14 months now.
Wow.
And absolutely loving it. Yeah.
Awesome. I did see that it was on the market and I was like, oh, the price. Oh, my gosh. But I mean, how many hectares is it in total?
It's just over 1,200 hectares with 2 title deeds. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's big enough.
You've got options in terms of what you can always do
Absolutely.
as you grow the business.
Yeah.
All right. What would you say, makes the people that would go and visit Roydon, love the place? What makes you different? If a listener is listening in today, what kind of an experience can they get, when they go to Roydon? Why should they consider going there?
Yeah. Listen, Roydon is a really special place. I think I've become a semi-farmer now, so I've got an appreciation for the various grass types and obviously all of that. We run a handful of cattle, and obviously we've got a lot of game on the property. But I think the diversity of the property is the exciting part. So we offer our visitors numerous options to experience Roydon. We do a variety of walks. So we've had a handful of walking clubs come to the property and they walk 20 kilometers. We've had mountain bikers. We've obviously do the game drive thing. Which is extremely popular. We combine that either with early morning coffees in the mountain, or otherwise we'll do even more exciting is the sundowners with some nice bubbly and snacks. Yeah.
Okay.
But Roydon being a nature reserve, we don't have any predatory animals on the property, so it's relatively safe. We don't do the buffalo and we don't do the rhino for obvious reasons.
Yep, safety.
But I think we've got some really nice giraffe. I think we're sitting with around 23 giraffe at the moment.
I've never seen.
Come and experience.
I'm coming.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
indeed.
Towards the end of September, I'm coming. I've never seen there.
No, they'll impress you.
Wow.
Yeah, very big, elegant, graceful and gentle animals. Yeah, no, they're beautiful.
Wow.
And then obviously some zebra and some black wildebeest. We've got both common and black springbuck. There's impala. We've got the warthogs. We've got fallow deer. We've got And we've also got some bat-eared foxes, which is quite a rarity. Yeah, bat-eared foxes. They're stunning. They don't really eat meat. They're more into the insects and reptiles and so, reptiles and so forth.
That's what I'm thinking right now. Okay. Then my concern has been covered over there. All right.
And then Roydon, from a, as I mentioned, the diversity of the property, which really excites me, is the fact that the property's got zoning for 100 units. We'll probably look at doing a little residential estate there down the line. That's on the cards. And then we've also got approvals for a short golf course, short course for 18 holes.
Okay.
Which could be quite exciting. We do have a restaurant on site which accommodates between 60 and 80 people with a nice bar facility. We've got two relatively large conference facilities. The larger one will accommodate between 230 and 250 people seated on round tables. And then the slightly smaller one will do about 200 seated
people.
Accommodation, we've got varying grades of accommodation. We've got a dormitory which sleeps approximately 80 people. It's basically split in two. It's basically 40 on either side, with its own ablutions.
So it's like on the same,
under the same roof, and it's split dormitory style. That is used extensively by church groups and school groups and training, all that kind of. And then we've also got 10 little hunters' cabins, which are the quaintest little rondavels, little thatch units. It basically forms part of our camping facility or camping site. So what has happened historically is that people come in with their overlanders or with the tents or 4x4s or whatever, and then they'd at least have their own set of ablutions. They'll have a double bunker, and they would have hanging space and so forth. So it could be a comfortable night for them as opposed to roughing it always. Definitely. And then we've got the Hunter's Lodge, which is basically a 6-bedroom unit, sleeping two people per room. In that is a nice lounge and obviously a little bar area with fireplace and so forth. Just experienced this last winter. The fireplaces came into
very
beautiful need.
Exactly. It was freezing cold.
And then we've got some self-catering units. They also 10 in total. They sleep around 35 people. Very comfortable units. They've got their own little kitchenette. There's a little microwave and a kettle and so forth in each. Cutlery and pots and pans and so forth. And then we've just finished our brand new little unit. It's slightly more upgraded, slightly more polished. It's a little 1-bedroom unit. At the end of the day, I think we'd probably look at utilizing that as a little honeymoon suite to allow for our the various weddings that we have on the property. We've been absolutely blessed. I think the first, when was that? Probably about 8 months of this year, we've done a total of 5 weddings. Not massive, but it's from
it's
scratch.
Huge. And you know, considering the fact that you've just taken over, you need something like that to say, you know, this is a good decision and it's going in the right direction.
Exactly. So we're definitely getting in there. We're spending money, as I say, very conservatively at the moment. A lot of the work that we've done has been cosmetic. We've also done quite a bit of work in the form of landscaping. So we've done a lot of gardening, and that seems to be drawing. That seems to be drawing the people.
Beautiful.
But we
your
also
standard rooms and your
it's the rooms, the restaurant, the conference facilities. But we've also got on site as an external activity. We've got an obstacle course which is used for team building.
Really? Has it always been there?
It's been there prior me, so it's probably been there 5 or 6 years. And I do know a lot of the schools have used it historically, and a lot of the corporates in the area have used it. And it's great fun. I've experienced 1 or 2 of the events myself. A lot of laughter.
Exactly. And I think it does contribute positively to the team building elements when people come through. I think it's really a gem, Clive, you know, to have a local facility in the area that can be able to offer all those things. I think it's important, you know. It's really great because sometimes you just want to be in a peaceful, serene outdoorsy kind of space outside your just normal house or whatever, and you think about driving miles and miles away to get that. So I think it's nice to actually have a place that one can be able to explore locally.
Absolutely. The beauty is that we are literally 7 k's out of town centre.
Yeah,
So
like-
maybe 8 kilometers out on the Finchams Neck Road, which in itself is a beautiful drive. And it is an ideal spot to come and experience nature, and it is tranquil. I don't know if you've been looking up at in the evenings of late the stars that you guys have in the Eastern Cape.
Kaloku, you can't see any stars in Cape Town.
No,
because
way
the
too
lights,
bright lights, exactly.
The lights cover everything. So
I think that in itself, I think, is
lovely,
a
hey?
must. Absolutely.
It's a good thing that we're having this conversation, and it's the start of spring. I want to say it's the start of September. Yes, it is. But it's the start of spring, so it's getting a bit warmer. Queenstown can be cold,
Yes.
so it kind of discourages
It's been through winter,
Yeah. Is it the first?
Second
one.
I took over in June last year.
Yeah. So here it gets really cold, and I'm sure that side it doesn't get as much cold as it does here. So at least when the sun comes out, people are more open to explore and to go out and because when you're freezing, it's like, oh, I'd rather stay in my house. All right, now let's talk about ways in which people contact you, make bookings. Like, what's the best and ideal way for a person who wants to reach out to Roydon? Is it better to go physically? What should one do?
No, I think, for any of the establishments in the area, I think it's always good to know that someone's coming. So I think bookings are important. If you're looking for a better product and not surprising the land owners or operators, just book in advance. Really, really nice.
Right.
We are active on Facebook and Instagram. Needless to say, we've got a landline number which I can give you.
Yes.
It's obviously Queenstown 045 838 338.
Yes.
And then I have no fear in giving my cell number, so people can phone me
directly.
And I will get that booking sorted out. My cell is 082 3733 63.
63.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And so it's basically easier if you book ahead of time and you just use this contact number.
Absolutely. Phone me anytime,
easier.
day or night.
Oh.
Yep.
Absolutely. When you get time off, Clive, you need
time
to
off between 2 and 4 in the morning. Yeah.
But you know what? You're still starting out, so it's okay. You still need to grind.
Clean room.
You still need to grind. All right. And when you look at I know you only have about 14 months to reference, but I mean, with your broader experience within real estate and the hospitality space as well, what would you say happens within your kind of business in terms of the seasons? Like, do seasons matter in how busy the business becomes? Talk to us a bit about that, what you've seen.
Listen, without a doubt, I think any or most industries have fluctuations in business. And those that are in our control, and I'm not talking about the COVID and all that kind of stuff, but those that are in our control, we generally ride them out. So you will have high seasons and you will have low seasons. What I have experienced, however, is that Queenstown or Roydon, let's talk Roydon specifically, has obviously we do more business in summertime.
Sure.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. Everything is in bloom, the leaves, and there's no frost and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite pleasant. We do obviously have a pool on site, so people come and they utilize the pool area. We've got some briar spots and they use that as well. So we are obviously pushing on the winter period. And what I have experienced this year is that Queenstown does allow for some of the most fantastic hunting
during winter.
Which is obviously your hunting season. And the international, but you're a meat eater.
I just eat the meat. Yeah, that's a good one, Clive.
The international hunters, and for them to part with their US dollars, the hunting business is a definite way to do it. And I must say the demand for suitable accommodation and then obviously the availability of suitable game will draw the international hunter. which is very exciting, which will make you a 12-month of a year busy, which is fantastic.
To cover the months that are usually low with locals.
But obviously one of the big motivators for me being in Queenstown is to look at training people on all fronts, more specifically in the hospitality industry.
Now that's a good one, Clive. And you've got the space, and you've got the facility.
Absolutely. So I'm angling in at if I want to call it a hotel school, teaching people the hospitality industry or the game farm or game reserve industry, where they can get involved and they can learn all the tricks of the trade. But on the back of that all, I've recently taken over Cheviot Pie, which is a Queenstown pie business, call it a bakery.
You've taken it over?
Which has, as of the 1st of September, so it's brand spanking new.
Whoa.
But the big thing there is to listen, the sad part about businesses not doing well or not being able to recover since COVID, it's causing companies to retrench staff and all that. The benefit there is that we've managed to retain all the staff on the property. And we really hope to make a thing of this Cheviot pie. I think it's going to be. Everyone needs a pie, exactly.
Everyone needs to get a pie this time.
So we are going great guns at the moment. As I say, it's been 2 days, but we've sold a handful of pies. We, in actual fact, have sold 700 pies in 2 days. So it's pretty amazing. And the product is there. We're working a little bit on the recipes. We've added two additional lines. So we're doing now a fantastic sausage roll. We're doing a curried mince pie. These are the new guys. And we're doing a chicken and mushroom. Whereas previously we only did the straight chicken.
That's really lovely. And I think it's like the same space. It's your space.
Exactly.
I mean, it just links in with what you're already doing. I think that's beautiful. And I think I love what I will respect and commend you for, Clive, is the fact that you're saying staff retention. That's a word we want to hear every single day, especially in this economy. Like, if someone can come in and do that, I think it's very important. And as a community, we can then support. I'll buy a pie. Thank you for bringing us pies, by the way. I'll taste it.
Give us a little review.
I'll do a video and review it.
Not a review, but just let us have your thoughts. You can even
I'll
phone me. I don't expect it on the radio.
I'll tell you what I think of those. But I think it's so beautiful that, we're able to, in the toughness of the economy, do things that, contribute. So I think for anyone who then thinks about buying a pie, they should know that it goes towards retaining, that staff member, even if it's one, even if it's 2, 5, 10, whatever. But I think even one person's job is important to actually save, if you can,
Absolutely.
That is
and to employ more.
Yes, so expand it.
Exactly. So the busier you are, the better money there is, obviously, for everyone involved, and the more people you can look at employing.
I think that's beautiful. Now, let's talk about the food aspect. Do you actually cook yourself? Like,
I do.
Currently?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. No, but on the back of that, I have probably the most fantastic chef.
Okay.
Unati is a star. And I tell you, if I could cook half as good as what she would be, I think I'd probably be famous. But she's amazing. She is incredible. And, once again, you get amazing chefs and all that kind of stuff. But if you've got the right attitude, right temperament, the willingness to work, and her abilities are natural. She's had basic qualification. She's been qualified basically, but she's on-hand ethic, the way she works is unbelievable. And she's the kind of person that, if I can elaborate on the food, we do quite a range of food. We obviously do breakfast, lunch, and supper. Food has become, it's our craft. It's something we do. And food has formed the basis. It's basically the glue that is actually keeping Roydon together. It really is unbelievable.
Wow.
So we do breakfast, lunch, and supper. Obviously, overnight guests. We do a handful of the people. We do a dinner, bed, and breakfast rate kind of thing. Lunches generally over weekends. Our day visitors, and that we obviously cater. We've got a little pizza oven. We do a pasta of the day. We've got. What else is there?
Your normal veggies and...
No, absolutely. So we also do the steaks. We've got a handful of beef product. We do some fantastic T-bones and obviously a really nice rump steak.
Right.
And then also we try and focus on the venison, the bushmeat.
Yes, that one. I do taste it in Biltong, but I don't know if I would enjoy it if it's cooked. I don't know. I haven't tried it.
You need to give it a bash.
Nah.
Yeah, fantastic. Low cholesterol, super high protein. So it's a really good product.
I did try was it a buck? I did try a buck.
Yeah.
One of my husband's friends just shut down a buck and said, take it, and it was brought to me. Yeah. I didn't know how to wash it. I didn't know how to, but it tasted really. I could taste the herbs, like the plants somehow.
Yes.
There's a wildness to it.
Listen, that prepared properly is some of the nicest meat. Really
I'll
is.
come and try yours
sometime.
No,
please do. Yeah. And we also do biltong and dribble. So we've actually got we've got a little butchery on site. And we're processing other farms' products. So they will bring the meat to us and we'll actually prep them. Yeah. So we're doing biltong, we're doing the drivels, we're doing cheese grillers, which is an absolute newity combined with warthog. Unbelievable. And then obviously we do all the steaks. And then we do ossobuco, which is basically the shin, which has been cut into discs.
What?
It's called ossobuco, which is actually ox shin, but we related now, for example, if a kudu is shot, they would cut the shins with a bit of meat on it. Some of the tastiest meat. Obviously slow cook it over a long period of time. It is beautiful. Yeah.
You know what? You're gonna make us hungry.
Yeah.
You're gonna make us hungry. Clive, as we draw towards
just to interrupt, what I did forget is that obviously the key function for Nati is obviously catering for larger groups.
Okay.
So we do groups anything from 50 people up to 250 people. And often it includes a meal or even a gala dinner, plated dinner and so forth.
Wow. Like a three-course meal.
Three-course meal, exactly.
Sure.
So the big thing there is our buffets. We serve the most fantastic buffets. The food is extremely well prepared. But then on the back of that, we've actually opted to go for a Sunday buffet.
Okay.
Which is probably a little bit more select. We do probably between 28 and 40 people.
Okay. It's like high end.
Exactly. Well, not really.
Not high.
It's open to all.
Okay.
But it's special occasion kind of thing. Yeah. So you're in for, I'll probably say about 220 Rand a head kind of thing. But it's eat as much as you wish. And there's a big selection. Really nice selection.
Have you just started to roll it out?
No, we've actually been doing it now for the last couple of months. We were,
I didn't know.
Through winter we only did it like once a month, but in summertime we do it every Sunday.
Every Sunday, sure.
And I'm waiting for the numbers to pick up slightly, and I'd like to incorporate that with either a little jazz band or a little singer,
sing
song.
Fancy.
So maybe if you know of anyone, you can talk to me.
Okay, that's cool. We definitely do. We do have, even at the station, we've got our own local jazz people, like good people.
Fantastic.
I think one of our jazz artists has just won an award or something.
Wow.
Like, who is
Brilliant.
our
Keep it local, absolutely.
Yes. Mlungisi Gekana. You can actually he does our shows on Fridays at the slot. So he's really good. Like he actually you would even know him because he also goes and shoots in and plays in Cape Town a lot.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so he's international.
No, fantastic.
He's based here.
Hook
so we'll talk.
Exactly.
talk.
That'd be really cool.
We'll definitely talk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Clive, this has been a beautiful conversation. Yes. We've learnt a lot, and we know that, Roydon is open. It's spring. There's so many different facilities that you have that you've mentioned. And I think, for people just to unwind and to just, be in nature and to experience some of your offerings. I'm sure that, a lot more people are going to be knocking on your door. I know that you're ready because you said you only rest between 2 and 4 in the morning. So you are available to continue assisting.
Indeed.
Thank you so much. And I was going to ask, the last question as being, if someone were to say, I want to come and assist on the establishment, what would be the first thing that you'd say, assist with? Whatever. Like, I know you've already touched on, like, you've got approval and zoning for, like, hundreds of 100 units. So there's work in there. But if someone were to say, you know what, I'd like to come and help, what would you raise your hand and say, start here?
Listen, I'll probably speak on behalf of quite a few of the hospitality outlets. In actual fact, most businesses within Queenstown and surrounding areas. Is that if I could wave a wand, a little magic wand, I'd really love for the municipality to come to the party. And if they could get create a cleaner, litter-free, pothole-free, safe and secure environment, it will transform Queenstown into a
hotspot, a tourist attraction,
into an absolute hotspot. But I think the beautiful thing there for the hospitality industry, Queenstown, unfortunately, is a thoroughfare at the moment. It's a one-night stop. People don't. There's no real reason for them to actually hang around.
No.
But if we do create a better, cleaner environment, we've got the people. We've got the people, we've got the willingness. It would become a destination. And I really think that should be the focus of everyone. Yeah.
That's a powerful one. And I think, it talks to the external factors that can actually influence the business side of things. Because sometimes it's like you are in your bubble and you can control everything, but then there are those external factors that can also influence. They affect business.
Yeah, exactly. And they affect business in a negative without it, but with it affects it positively. And being positively affected, it stimulates business,
the economy,
and it stimulates employment.
Sure.
And I think that in itself should be our single biggest motivation.
Noted. And I hope that there's someone listening in who can be able to think around how to actually do that.
That would be great.
Clive, thank you so much for coming through. We truly appreciate your conversation with you.
Once again for the opportunity.
Awesome.
We'll be chatting.
Awesome.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Mpulapula Vugadi Community Radio. Interesting conversation with Clive Garrod, who is the owner of Roydon Reserve. I mean, if you have not yet gone to Roydon, find yourself some time and explore, the wonderful offering of different services that they have. I think, when you're thinking about a place to go and unwind, a place to relax, a place to just be almost like you're outside Queenstown, but you're still here, but a place that's out in nature, offering so many different things. You can get accommodation, you can get great food, you can get buffets, you can do the gaming outside, the walks, the quad biking, a lot of different things. There's a swimming pool, there are different rooms to accommodate from different angles and different levels, like right from group sleeping in, a space that's shared to at least your mid-range kind of rooms where they can be able to accommodate you. I think it's really something that you can be able to consider. Even consider those Sunday lunches and, spend a chilled, nice Sunday. I know we're always slaving away cooking the best Sunday meal, but sometimes just go there and experience someone else cooking for you once in a while. I think that would really be nice, if you could consider it. If you want to book, make sure that you call them, you book, you find them on 045-838-3338, or you can be able to find Clive directly on 082-3733-63. Yeah, 63. I see their numbers have a lot of threes and I'm having difficulty pronouncing it, but yeah, you got it. If not, you can be able to catch this conversation on our Facebook page. And yeah, right now let's go to a short ad break. Do not go anywhere.